Guten Tag. Hey guys. Hmm. The last couple of days, I have been busy unpacking and getting stuff sorted out here, and a lot of people keep asking me, especially when I'm doing like private live streams and stuff. I do that on Discord, where I will invite people in to watch the stream and just be more one-on-one with some of my higher tier supporters. So thank you for that, guys. Big thank you out to Miss Jinxie and a whole bunch of other people who have sponsored my channel in the past and have earned that right, and especially those who have subscribed to the old Twitch channel that got shut down by Twitch. I am in the process of possibly trying to get that original channel back, but for now it's on pause. I'm working on Aces and Eights right now. And so while I was doing a live stream, I was explaining the differences in how certain tank classes and tank roles play on the battlefield in real life. Again, former 2nd RTR tank regiment driver, Challenger 2s, Warrior APCs. So trust me, I do know the difference between two. I even drove a howitzer for a bit, a paladin for a bit. Anyway, so long story short, um, I was playing my Scorpion, which is my favorite tier 8 German tank destroyer, and one of the people in the private stream noticed that I had a ton of other premium tank destroyers, and most notably the Windhound and the Panzer II, and wanted to talk to me and ask me questions, and this is where this video come from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to here. Hello, I'm going to move myself over because I need to do this for this video. So I'm going to move myself to this corner. Hi. Now, what you're seeing here is the vehicle comparison screen. Now, this is something that Wargaming added in a couple of patches way back ago, where you could compare certain vehicles to other certain vehicles of the same tier, view range, armor, hit points, a whole bunch of different stat points. Now, bear in mind, this is Wargaming stats, and these stats are subject to change due to RNG. Okay, now what I mean by that is, yes, you do have fixed data, like your armor is a fixed data, your hit points are a fixed data, your view range is not a fixed data. Let me explain. Okay, if we scroll all the way down at the bottom, you're going to see view range right down here. Okay, and as you can see, the best tank destroyer, tier 8 premium tank destroyer in the German tech tree is the Scorpion, or the Scorpion G, same tank, with 442 meters view range. Same commanders, same skills across the board. Okay, across the board. Same commanders, same crew skills across the board. Okay. Now, when I explain to people why, if I truly want to have a good, fun game, I will play my Scorpion, or I will play my Jagdtiger 8.8. And everyone's like, why don't I play the prototype Jagdtiger, which is, again, I don't own the prototype Jagdtiger, but it would be in this comparison. So because I don't own it on this account, I own it on my North American account, it's not here. So let me explain. I like to go through and explain the stats to people who are new to the game or want to understand why this tank destroyer in the same nation, tech tree, etc., is leaps and bounds more advanced and better than another one, and why a lot of people assume that premium tanks are 90% of the time more better than tech tree tanks. They're not. Okay, let me explain. A tech tree tank, in Wargaming's perspective, is designed to have a gun upgrade, engine upgrade, track upgrade, turret upgrade, etc., etc. Premium tanks are stuck with what they're given. You have to work with what you're given. You can't get a gun upgrade, you can't get a track upgrade, you can't get an engine upgrade, you can't get any of that. Okay? Once you've got it, it's all you've got. Okay? Which is why people use gold premium vehicles to get more credits, more EXP for crew and things of that nature. Me personally, it's more of a collector's thing. I collect the vehicles because these are vehicles that I want to collect, and these are vehicles that I want to have and keep and play with, and yes, eventually 3D print. I do have 3D printers. I do like to 3D print my tanks, and I do 3D print these vehicles in a 1/48 scale, which means when I get a Jagdtiger printed, it's pretty big. and it means I can modify the vehicle, customize the vehicle, add, you know, Tamiya tank crew members and stuff to make the vehicle look actually like it should be what it is. Anyway, let's get back to what I'm talking about. So a lot of people keep asking me, why do I prefer the Scorpion over any others? Now, I'll explain. Tanks that have pretty much no armor, so that's the Scorpion, that's the Panzer II, that's the Windhound, and that's the Panzer 105, they need stealth. Okay, there's no ands, no ifs, no buts. They need stealth. Without stealth, they are useless. So, in order to offshoot that, what Wargaming do is classify them as sniper tank destroyers, because they want to give them a gun that has accuracy anywhere between 0.31 to 0.35 is what Wargaming considers sniper. It's not, by the way. No. Not by a fucking long shot. Anything below what I consider sniper is anywhere between 0.22 to 0.26, 27. To me, is sniper. So that's my tier 9 premium cannon, Krappitz Panzer, or Crappy Panzer as they call it, because that thing is just sniper, true sniper. Much better than the Kunitz Panzer, much better than Leopard PTA, much better. And just trust me. So when they lose their stealth, when they're spotted, when they're lit, they're useless. Now, you'll also notice that they're all super low profile. Now, what I mean by that is if we look at the Kunitz Panzer, this thing is super low profile. Okay, there's Doggo for reference. Okay, super low profile. Okay, Windhound, super low profile. In fact, this thing could almost be considered Swedish. Okay, because it plays like a Swedish tank destroyer, and you should play it more like a Swedish tank destroyer, not like a real tank destroyer. Sorry. And then of course you've got this one again, extremely low profile. I've played this tank once, twice, didn't like it. There was something going on with the tank. It's still funky. It's still bugged. Wargaming have said that they're looking into it, where my reticle literally didn't shrink. It just expanded. It got bigger. It wasn't shrinking. It was expanding. My vehicle was not moving. It was stationary. I put my Scorpion G crew in it, which is the best crew I've got. They're all maxed out skills-wise, literally 6 of 6. And the bloom was just went from this when I went to shoot to this. And just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the barrel started doing this number. As if my vehicle was moving, but my vehicle was stationary. Wargaming said they are looking into it, but we do know that the Kunitz Panzer II is bugged. So, and I'm not the only one that's been reporting that. Skills reported it and a whole bunch of others. So, the fact that these guys are so low profile gives them a benefit to their stealth. Now, tanks that are not low profile, i.e. are quite tall, so we're looking at this beauty, the Jagdtiger, whether it's the original Tech Tree Jagdtiger, whether it's the Jagdtiger 2, whether it's the 8.8, whether it's the Jagdtiger prototype, doesn't matter. They all have the same base height, which is they're based on the Tiger 1 chassis. So it is technically considered a encased Tiger 1. So you got to play it very much like an encased Tiger 1. So this tank says it's an assault tank destroyer. If you look, assault tank destroyer. Vehicles with low mobility but reliable front armor. They demonstrate high performance when fighting on the front lines. What this means is this tank destroyer is meant to go with the heavies. It's meant to go with, not necessarily with the mediums, but it's meant to go with where the push is. Okay? And that's how I play this tank. Plus the fact that this tank has 3,500 DPS. Yeah, you heard that right. This has insane DPS. And then last but not least, we've got my Scorpion G. Now, do I really need to keep showing you these? Okay, Scorpion G is my favorite tank. Okay, it's my favorite tank destroyer of its tier. Why? If you have to ask, then you've never truly seen a Scorpion G loose on a map where it's got mobility and can use it, and yeah, just trust me, once you are let loose on your opponents and you've got the mobility to let loose, it's beautiful. Now, the downside of the Scorpion G is because it's got mobility and very little in the way of stealth, which sadly it's true, it has very little in the way of camo compared to other tank destroyers in its class. You were given mobility, not necessarily a good snipey gun, but good mobility. Case in point, if we take a look at the details, 246 is really good pen. 240 at the longest range, so even if they're at 500 something meters, it's still 240 millimeters of penetration. You're going to pen. Okay, it's 128 millimeter gun, which means side scraping is pretty hard for people to do. But if we take a look at the gun real quick, look at the accuracy, 0.3. It's not really a sniper gun. That's more of a medium brawler gun or a heavy brawler gun, and you got to play it like that, which means you got to pop out, shoot. If you don't get lit, still pull back, but either way, pull back after you shoot. You don't stay out in the open. I get it. It's a tank destroyer. It's a sniper tank destroyer. No, it is not. It is a flanking tank destroyer, and that's how you need to play it as. Once you find a specific roles, and as you can see, I'm all maxed out. You know, that's how you got to play the tank. They don't play it like sit on camping bush. Bush good, bush is everything, because it's not. And I'll prove it by going to the comparisons. Okay, so we're looking at the comparisons now. Take a look at the hull armor. Clearly, the Ag Tiger beats them all. Why? Assault. It's meant to do that. That's its job. Look at the dispersions at 100 meters. 0.27. 0.27 for the Scorpion. Now you're thinking, how the hell did I get 0.27 out of a 0.3 gun? The crew. The crew and the modules. Now bear in mind, all the crew have the same skills. All the tanks have the same modules. Okay? And we can even show, I'll even show you in the configurations. Okay? They all have the same crew, same configurations. Right? Tiger. See? Same crews, same configurations. Alright? So it's not about crew and configurations. This is just how the tanks are meant to be played. So, the Panzer 105 is the second highest accurate tank destroyer at 0.28, with the Scorpion being at 0.27. The Windhound, okay, which you have to do for completing a series of 45 missions to get the Windhound unlocked, only comes in at 0.35. Panzer 2 comes in at 0.37, and that was supposed to be the most accurate tank destroyer in the game. It's not. Scorpion G is. So you could, in theory, configure your Scorpion G to be a sniper. Not that I recommend it, because it doesn't have the camo. So configure it to be a flanking sniping tank destroyer. So look at the map. Okay, see where your team's pushing, see where the enemy's pushing, and figure out a nice little sweet spot where you can get shots in on both. So you see the mediums pushing down one side where you've only got one or two mediums and that one awkward tank destroyer sitting in the back that really does nothing for the entire game, and we all know what we're talking about. You know, don't be that tank destroyer. When you see those mediums coming in, move, flank shots. Before they know it, you're getting damage, kills for that you've stopped that flank. Your guys will flank up. Their tank destroyers will try to do what you did. You can then come around, flank the enemy heavies, because these tank destroyers up here aren't looking at you anymore, they're looking at your mediums. So you can flank behind, knock out a few heavies with your heavies' help, and then before you know it, your heavies are now pushing this way, tank destroyers are now going to focus on the heavies, you come around, and you take out those tank destroyers. Common sense. You know? It's common sense. But I'm not, telling you how to play the game. Just saying. Now, you can't really do that in the Yagi, because the Yagi doesn't have the mobility. You could, in theory, do it in the Cabot's Panzer 105. You could do it in the Panzer 2. You could even do it in the Windhound. But the problem is, the Windhound, you are not going to, in theory, hit the shots that you want. You're just not. Because that 0.35 accuracy. That 0.37 accuracy. Now, yes, the Yagi at 0.31 perfect for brawling, perfect for assault tank destroyer. My Yagi E100 is 32, I think, or 30, 31, 31. At least it's either 31 or 32. Point 31 or 0.32 accuracy, and for a Yagi E100. And I know that my FE4005 is at 0.34, 0.33. Let me double check. So either 0.44 or 0.33. No, I want tank destroyers, tier 10s. Yagi is at stock 0.35. If I add her to the comparison, and then I go to British, add to comparison, and we bring back the comparison, go to compare, and then I configure the Yagi correctly. So, I'm going to go to here, go improved, go improved. Actually, no, I'll leave that turbo. No, we'll go with the max turbo. There you go. Like so. Guide accuracy is 0.32. So I was right, 0.32 from 0.35. Go to FV. Prevents. You are maxed out. What are we doing? You're maxed out. Turbo, you're maxed out. Now a lot of people are like, why aren't you using... No, I'll go with that one. You know, why aren't I using... in that order? Is that what I want? Yeah. Yeah, 0.34. So if we look at overall accuracies, dispersion 100 meters. There you go. 0.34, 0.33, 0.28, 0.35, 0.37, 0.01, 0.27. My Scorpion G is still more accurate than my Yagi E100 and my FE4005. Crew and equipment can turn a tank from junk to hero. What stops that is up here. Just because you see big CCs using certain equipment and it works for them doesn't mean it's going to work for you, because your playstyle is different, your reaction times are different, your maps are different, your teammates are different. Everything, you cannot compare something that is unique, because not every World of Tanks match is the same. Even in an esports environment where the teams are identical, their tanks are identical, and the maps are identical, the outcomes are never the same. All right, so please understand that. So on paper, this is what I call World of Tanks paper. You can do World of Tanks paper and configurations and ideas and blah 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 and stats and stuff all you want, and that will only get you to a certain point. What pushes you past that point is you, not me. You, your playstyle, your skills, your crew skills, things of that nature. Not all crews are the same as well. Okay, case in point, what tank has the highest DPS? That's going to be the Yag Tiger. Because look at its rate of fire, 14.2. Yes, 14.2. It reloads in under 5 seconds. For an 8.8 gun, it reloads faster than a Tiger 1. So that should tell you something. Look at the DPS. It has more DPS than a Yagi E100 and an FE4005. But not a lot of people put that DPS to good use, because they're too afraid to take a hit. Take the fucking hit, you've got armor. you have a higher chance of bouncing at 250 millimeters of armor at a correct angle with your lower plate protected. Okay, you have a higher chance of bouncing. I mean, yeah, take a look at even my Yagi. Okay, my Yagi only has 200 millimeters of armor. Yeah, and I bounce shots all the time in that thing. So, are you not getting it, guys? Are you not getting it? You are stopping you from having good games, great games, amazing games. You're blaming everyone when your team falls apart. Oh, shit team, shit this, shit that. Stop. Stop. Ask yourself this. Am I in the correct position? Did I do a correct play? Am I using the correct shell type? For this map, do I have the correct loadout? Do I have the correct gear? Do I have the correct crew? Stop blaming everyone and start taking accountability for your own fuck-ups, and you will become a better player. That's called leadership. It's called taking ownership and responsibility. Trust me, don't be a girl. Girls never take responsibility for their own fuck-ups. They will blame everyone and anyone but themselves. Don't be a girl. Don't be a pussy. Take accountability, take ownership, even if it's your fault, even if you fuck up. Okay? And to all the people that go AFK after hitting the battle button, there is no curse words on this planet that would cover what I want to say to you. You are the most vilest people on the planet. Same as you match riggers. And you know who I'm talking about. People that offer services and spam you with messages. Hey, so-and-so.com. No. You've got no excuse. You're a vile, scummy son of a bitch. Alright? And that's me being nice. That's me using nice words. Okay? So, as a responsible player, as a player that wants to understand and become a better player. Okay? Also, watch other better players. Download replays. Watch the replays. Learn what those little spots are. Like, oh, why didn't I think of that bush? Or why didn't I think about this? Or why didn't I think about that? I can actually angle here. I can actually... Again, that's how you become a better player. Okay? Watch other content creators. Not just stick with one and only one. Watch other content creators. Alright? The amount of times I've seen bigger content creators learn something new from a smaller content creator simply because they thought they were the shit because they've got all these followers, all these cattle going moo, following them and not learning anything. And I'm not going to say their names, but their fingers are quite quick. Alright? And not learning a fucking thing other than him just griping, bitching and moaning. Yeah, I used to gripe, I used to bitch, I used to moan, and then I stopped and I realised I need to take accountability. I need to start becoming the true leader that I want to be. I need to be that leader that I want other people to look up to, not be disappointed in. So this is why I'm doing this video series, which is you need to start taking accountability and understanding what tools are at your disposal. A lot of people don't use the vehicle comparison. They don't even know it's here. Use it, guys. Use it. Also, use the vehicle armorer. Okay, a lot of people don't realize there's a vehicle armor inspector. So, say you want to learn the armor profiles of a Soviet say you want to learn the armor profiles of an IS-7. All right, where's the IS-7? IS-7. All right. So you click on it. You're like, okay, where can I pen an IS-7? You just click armor. There you go, and you pick what tank you are. Okay, for me, it's going to be medium, German, tier 9, premium. Earth, so tier 9, premium, Epic Scanzer. Okay? And now it's showing me what areas are pens, what areas are ricochets. Again, move the turret. Okay? I'm not looking at you. He's up here. He's doing his thing. He's trying to snipe at someone. He's showing his side profile to you. Boom, right there. Want to switch that to a premium round? Oh, look, the armor profile's changed again. Swap out to HE. Okay, so HE, you know, 0 chance of penetration with HE here. Okay. My HE has what pen? You know, has 60 millimeters of paint. Okay, so we know that's not going to work. So we're like, oh, look at this. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Congratulations, you just figured out how to play the damn game. Okay? Okay, so he's trying to protect his lower plate. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. So I can still pen here, though. Still pen here, though. Still pen here, though. Still pen here, though. Still, there's even a chance I can pen here. Pen here. Again, don't be afraid of any tank. Educate yourself. Alright? The armor flashlight is a thing that's been put into the game now to help new players learn to find out weak spots on the fly. But if you already know where to aim through education and understanding, trust me, guys. Just trust me on this. Alright? You can do penetration chance. You can do normalized armor. There you go. So, 50 mil, da-da-da, da-da-da, 100 mil, da-da-da. See? It's only 100 mils on the side. So you got to do is just aim in between here and here. Boop. And we're 0.227 accuracy. I think it's 0.27. I want to say it's 0.27. Pop. 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 Currently, now this is stock without any influence. It is 0.24. 0.24. Okay. So if I go bop and add it to comparison, go to comparison again, go to compare, go compare. Alright, so I'm going to knock out these tank destroyers and we'll go to configure. And if I wanted to configure this thing how I really would love to have this thing, right? No contest. Go with, where are you, darling? This. And then go with this, and then this. Perfect. Here's my crew. Bonk. 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 One more. Bonk. 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 Alright. So this is my dream configuration for this tank. Do I have every... Yeah, I've got everything unlocked. Okay. That's the dream configuration for this tank. Okay. Dispersion 0.24. 0.24. So you can understand why I keep telling you the Icarus Panzer 1 is the best sniping medium German tank in the game. It makes the Leopard PTA and the Leopard look like dog shit. And I've not even got it completely set up to where I want it yet. 0.24. Okay. Does 2,559 damage. The Yagi still beats it on DPS, but the point is, it's one of those tanks that you can set it up, and I've done 4,000, 5,000 in a game. Easy. It's all about knowing what you're doing and what you're not doing. Okay? Information is key. Okay, guys, I cannot stress that. Information is key. So I'm going to move my camera back to where it should be. Whoop, right here. So, hope this video helped. I really do. I really, really do hope this video helped. And if it did, please give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't know about any of this stuff, leave a comment down below on what you think could actually help you become a better player. And I'm going to ask you guys to do one thing, which is leave a comment where you should have taken leadership and accountability, but you didn't. Okay? Confess it. You don't have to give details. Just say, one day something happened, should have stepped up, but I didn't. Okay? You'll find it's quite freeing and cathartic and therapeutic. Okay? It really is. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video with a stay safe, have fun, keep chest line, keep your enemies dying. Cobra Commander is out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.